I'm Sue Nyoni, and I am the newest member of the Wellness Possibilities team. I will be hosting the Wellness Possibilities podcast, which is holistic health and wellness. And I wanted to make a video to just introduce myself to you, to tell you a little bit about the role that I will be playing here at Wellness Possibilities. So I started to make this video yesterday, and it turned into what was sort of a combination between a public service announcement and a corporate advertising piece, and that just wasn't right. It didn't feel right. It's not me, and I don't think it's Wellness Possibilities. So I canned it and decided to sleep on it and wait for inspiration to come in terms of how I wanted to introduce myself to everyone. And it did, because this morning when I was in the shower, it occurred to me that there was a really perfect way for me to tell you guys about what I'm hoping to have happen here as I become part of Wellness Possibilities. So when I was asked to become the podcast host, my friend Kathy Smiley Miller emailed me several weeks ago extending the invitation, and I accepted with a joyous acceptance, actually, in spite of the fact that I was a little terrified and sort of wondered, why me? Can I do this? Is this really something that's for me? And it's been an amazing journey already. Clearly, my role at Wellness Possibilities is going to be larger than that of just being podcast host, and the ways in which that's happening and will happen are still being revealed to us and sort of the unfolding as I speak. And so hopefully you'll stay along for the journey with us if you want to know what's going to happen. But we've been talking a lot about what my role here is. You know, what am I here to do for Wellness Possibilities, and how can I serve? And this morning it occurred to me that there's something really powerful that Wellness Possibilities does. And I remember being at a conference years ago. I think it was a conference, maybe I read it in a book or online, I'm not sure. But I heard this term, holding the space. And I'm not sure if the way that I understand it, and I'm going to use it, is the way that whoever shared that with me intended it. So I give you that caveat. But I love this idea of holding the space. And for me, holding the space is about expectation, right? We can either have expectations of possibilities or limitations. And I know in my own life, I've started to see when I am holding the space for something positive versus something negative. And the idea of holding the space is sort of like holding a seat for someone. I was at a show last night, and I was late because of traffic and didn't arrive till the intermission, but there was a chair that had been saved for me. The space was being held by the organizers of the event because they'd put my name on it, even though they spelled my name wrong. And my friend who I was seeing the show with was also holding the space. So I know that even if someone had tried to sit in that chair, even though it had my name on it, she would have told them not to sit there because she knew I was coming. And so holding the space is about really having a belief and an expectation in the greatest possibility. And I love the word possibility. I love that this company that I am now part of is called Wellness Possibilities, because I think so often in life we look at the limitations. And the two things about holding the space really struck me. And this is what I've discovered in my own journey, that sometimes we hold the space for something. We think we're holding the space, but what we're really doing is filling the space with something else. So, for example, this is something I've noticed in relationships for me. I've had this desire for a certain kind of relationship, but my desire was not enough to just let me hold that space and keep that seat open until that relationship arrived. What I did instead was to fill the space with a relationship that in my heart I knew wasn't right or wasn't what I wanted. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard that term, that the universe loves a vacuum, that as soon as there's space, it will fill it. And so that's a lesson I learned around relationships, that I had to truly hold the space. It's one thing to want something, but you've got to hold the space and hold it with full expectation that it will come. Last night, my friend knew I was coming, so no one was going to sit in that space. She was completely confident because I had told her I was on the way. Space held, and I could step into it and fill it. So I love this idea. But here's another thing about holding the space. Sometimes we're not able to hold the space for ourselves, right? Have you ever had one of those times where you are really sad or miserable, or wherever you're in a really difficult place, and you have people in your life who will sit with you and tell you it's going to be okay, and they know it's going to be okay. They know it. So other people can hold the space for us. And I think that's so amazing that there are people, and I think even organizations, whose role it is to hold the space with the greatest expectation of the most unlimited possibilities. And in the short time that I've been here at Wellness Possibilities, I've quickly discovered that individually and collectively, this is an organization, this is a group of people that hold the space. So when it comes to any kind of wellness, we can have expectations of amazing possibilities, or we can have expectations of limitations and difficulties. And Wellness Possibilities holds the space for wellness. For my wellness, for your wellness, for our wellness individually. It's just this amazing collection of people and energy that holds the space. Even when you don't believe yourself to be capable of achieving wellness, we are here to hold the space for you. And if you come with us on this journey, hopefully you will then be able to hold the space for yourself and the wellness that you seek in your life, whatever it is that you seek, because that looks different for everyone, will step in. So my role, as I see it, is to hold the space along with my friends here at Wellness Possibilities for you, for us, for everyone who seeks wellness, and whole wellness, wellness of body, mind, spirit, soul, family, relationships, friendships, everything. This is a journey that I'm on myself, and I am so blessed and fortunate to have had and to have people who hold the space for me when I'm not able to do it for myself. And I've already discovered that when the space is held, the things come in. And I am here as part of Wellness Possibilities. I'm the new host of the podcast because they held the space for me. This was something I couldn't really dream of for myself. I couldn't have expectation of this happening because it just was not where I was. It wasn't in my realm of possibility at the time. And yet here I am. And that's because a space was held for me. So I really hope that I can do, in whatever way I can, the same thing for the Wellness Possibilities community and anyone who seeks true wellness in their life. So that's my introduction. If you want the official information about who I am and what I do and how you can reach me and connect with me, please, read the links, go to the Wellness Possibilities site, learn a little bit about what we do here. It's an amazing, amazing company and a great resource for learning about ways and paths to wellness, whatever that looks like for you. I really hope that you guys out there in the interwebs communicate with me and with us, and would love to hear stories about your own wellness journey. And I will be sharing through some vlogging pieces of my own journey for what that's worth. And I really look forward to taking part in an amazing adventure, and I hope you come along for the ride. And in the meantime, be well.